Reflexive pronouns. What are they? When and why do we use them? Let's find out. Let's start by looking at this sentence. Louis taught her to play guitar. He is the subject, he is the verb, and here is the object. And because it's the object, an object pronoun has been used. The subject and object are different. But what if they were the same? What if Louis taught Louis how to play guitar? If the object is the same as the subject, we use a reflexive pronoun. Our sentence would become, Louis taught himself to play guitar. Here are another couple of examples. I hurt myself. We can only blame ourselves. She was pleased with herself. He made himself a sandwich. In each of these sentences, the object is the same as the subject. For this reason, reflexive pronouns have been used. Reflexive pronouns can function as direct objects, indirect objects, and objects of prepositions. It can be helpful to think of reflexive pronouns as mirrors. They reflect an action back on the subject. This is the first of the two main functions of reflexive pronouns. The second function is to emphasize who performed the action. Take these sentences as examples. Reflexive pronouns are used in these sentences, but they aren't needed. I baked the cake. He fixed the car. She cleaned the house. You should write the letter. However, the inclusion of the reflexive pronoun in each sentence places emphasis on the person who performed, or should perform, the action. I baked the cake myself. He fixed the car himself. She cleaned the house herself. You yourself should write the letter. 3 things to note before we move on. Firstly, we don't use reflexive pronouns after actions people usually do for themselves. For example, Anthony shaved before work. We don't say, Anthony shaved himself before work. Secondly, we can use reflexive pronouns along with the word by to show that someone or something acted alone. For example, he watched TV by himself, and I went to the beach by myself. Thirdly, we don't use a reflexive pronoun after a preposition of place. For example, he saw a spider directly above him, and the puppy jumped on me. Now it's time for an activity. Use a reflexive pronoun to complete each sentence. Pause here while you work. Let's see how you went. Number 1. Everyone enjoyed themselves at the party. Number 2. The phone had low battery, so turned itself off. Number 3. Leela taught herself to play piano. 4. He bought the bike himself with his savings. 5. I like going to the movies by myself. 6. We helped ourselves to the food on the table. As a final activity, have a go at writing 4 sentences that use reflexive pronouns. If you're stuck for ideas, you might like to use one of these verbs: help, behave, drive, convince, embarrass. Share any sentences that you've come up with in the comments below. Hope to see you back soon for another English lesson. EasyTeaching.net